Hello, it's your boy Gamer Ryan 3587 coming back at you with another live stream playing NBA 2K25, and I'm playing my NBA games with the Orlando Magic. The game is rigged. Yo, if you're new, don't forget to hit the notification bell to know when I go live on YouTube. Also, comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also, follow my social media Gamer Ryan 3587 on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you. Peace. Oh, this game is so rigged. That's why I re-downloaded NBA 2K24 just to see how rigged that game is compared to this game. I guarantee this game is more rigged than NBA 2K24.
Yeah, Kev, these situations are really
rigged.
all about execution,
Less
right?
RNG
Are
too.
players poised in late clock situations? First of all, do they recognize where the shot clock is? Can they adeptly and quickly read defenses? So those are some of the things I'm watching for.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with
There we
Thomas,
go.
and it's Williams at the three.
Cut down
Well,
with
that's
the
a
ball.
big-time effort play by Wendell Carter Jr. This guy gives you everything he's got.
So the Orlando Magic able to put the first points up on the board. Nets passing it around. Pass to Russell. Three-pointer. Rebound
So
around the finish.
RNG. It's insane.
Banchero outside. Shoots over Johnson. And it's Banchero missing.
See that, man? I missed that. I bricked that. Should not have been a brick.
First opportunity to play
Come
Orlando
on, dude.
this
It
season.
was so
Size and
RNG.
athleticism by Cam Johnson. How about that vertical?
And you talk about complementary pieces, Doris. Cam Johnson should fit on any team in the NBA.
All I needed
Because Kevin, he has got one of the most
There we
valuable
go.
skills in the game today. That's range shooting. He's got size and a quick release, and he
I see
just
what
continues
you're
to grow
doing
on the
too,
defensive
Gary.
end.
Johnson, a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Banchero, that's good.
Nice.
And this is something Banchero continues to hone, wanting to become a dangerous threat from deep.
Russell with it. Picked up by Banchero. Bounce pass, Russell to the paint. That's good from Johnson on the assist from Williams. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
And I like to see
See,
this.
Banchero heats up.
And he's delivering.
Nope.
They
See
know
what I
that if
mean,
this guy
dude?
goes off, their
So
chances of winning
RNG.
rise exponentially.
Now, here's Thomas.
This game is so
Able to get his last
RNG.
shot to go in. Nobody
It's
near
terrible.
Williams.
Yep.
Nailed from three-point land.
What you
course.
love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both
Of
his
course,
scoring and his
RNG at its finest.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your
This game is
teammates.
so rigged.
Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Russell with a wide open look. And it's Orlando with the rebound. We're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And missing your free throws usually changes the
Yup.
complexion.
See, I
of the
missed
game.
that.
Certainly did. And that-
That's
You know this. Nothing gets
Great,
a crowd
great.
into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst
This
things
game
you
is
can
so
do.
rigged.
And Jordy Fernandez has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Make me change my mind. I don't know.
So a new
Not gonna
leader
change
for
my
Orlando.
mind.
And the Nets also making
How
a
I
change.
think this game is
Elton's checked
rigged.
in.
You'll never get me
We're
to.
about 3 minutes into this first quarter. From
So
deep,
rigged.
Johnson. Good, and it's Russell.
Man, see what I mean, dude? Why
Russell's
isn't
got
shit
3 assists in the game.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4.
That's what I'm
And
talking
not too
about.
long ago, Doris, there was such high hopes for the Nets.
So
I
rigged.
mean, think about it. Even a few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success
Big
and
deal.
failure
Women
remains
win the
incredible.
game.
This guy an effortless
Chelsea.
scorer. Outside, inside, in between, dynamic scores. D'Angelo
You'll
Russell.
find out
Queen can't get it to go.
where the game is.
The Nets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%.
You'll see, chat.
Here's
You'll
Thomas.
see.
The rebound by Bataze.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
See,
Queen
look at
can't get it to
that. I
go.
missed them. Wide open jumpers.
Overpassing. Well, that shot is an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
See, he missed again. See how
Nets have gone
freaking
6 of 10
RNG
from the
this
field in
game
ball
is. Fucking off the
Pass to
charts.
Johnson. Offside Thomas. Baseline J on the way. Another one.
You should know what RNG means. Random not generated. Random not generated. Random numbers.
Trailing here. Over in the corner, Isaac.
That's
And beyond the arc.
RNG means.
And it's Russell with the rebound. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of
See, I
low-energy
missed that,
effort they
see?
played with all night will
Because the
make
game
coach
freaking emphasizes
absolutely
on
crazy.
rhythm
You
shoot.
can't win if you don't play.
It shouldn't matter if you rhythm shoot or not, you know? The game should give you the option whether you want to rhythm shoot.
On a lot of their possessions this first half,
He pushes rhythm shooting so hard.
On the free throw,
It's
no good.
insane.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Brooklyn
It's
ahead.
like, who wants to freaking
As they end
use a
the first
freaking
quarter.
stick to shoot? Like, come on, dude. Come on, Mike Wayne.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where
No
we're at
one
right
be
now.
shooting like that.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Corey Joseph is out there with Black. Then there's Banchero. And it's Bitadze in at the center position. He's out there for
There we go. Nice.
with the bucket.
There we
I'll
go.
say a terrific read from Corey Joseph.
so
He
what are you doing,
recognizes the
2K?
overcommitment of the defense and takes
Nice,
advantage.
nice.
Here's Johnson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the
Got it.
tendency. They're prepared to give up that shot.
Yeah, these defenders
Very
have
good.
to start closing down on shooting.
Now, here's Melton. He's covered closely. Inside. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
The Nets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. From Rookie of the Year in 2023.
Okay, I'm gonna try it. Okay, I'm gonna try my
Paolo Banchero.
rhythm
And that
shooting.
really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has.
See how I do. Oh, wow.
Competitor, people
Yeah.
fear.
See how off it is?
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, last season the Magic extended Coach DePaul Bozeman's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be.
Okay, I see you.
All right,
Cooking.
David, thank you. Nets have gone 50% to the floor in the second quarter.
I need to go with this rhythm shooting. This might be the new norm.
Some things over might be seeing some things to adjust.
Yeah, hopefully it's not RNG.
Nicholas Claxton's checking
Game
in for
B.
Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Williams. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. Fourth, the Magic.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Thomas Thomas passes to Melton. Pass to Claxton. Melton feeling it out a bit. Just 5 to shoot. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Orlando's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Traps in the train.
Nice, nice.
His first points of the game in the group ball. Brooklyn trailing. Down low. Here's Watford. Rebound by the Magic. Caldwell Pope on the wing. He's guarded by Melton. Nets shooting at 52% for the field. They're clicking. Thomas kicks to Melton. It's up a 3. And Thomas is good for 3. Thomas got 5. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
It doesn't go for him. Magic have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope. The rebound by Watford. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. To the middle. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nets lead by 3.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. So for the Nets, Taylor Johnson's checked in for Trendon Watford. Williams comes in for Johnson. And it's Russell in for DeAnthony Melton. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Sinks the three-pointer. Queens got it all tied up now for the Magic.
Their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Johnson at the elbow from 13, and that one off the back of the rim and in. 9 points for Johnson.
Well, on balance with his shot, Cam Johnson from the mid-range.
It's
Got it. Nice, nice.
From there, he's a strong mid-range shooter.
Well, sometimes when you've got size, your release point is so high that you're
Okay,
going to
maybe
get
I
a
was
good look
wrong
no matter
about
what.
this.
Here's Thomas at the 3.
It's
That's
not.
miss number 3 for
It's
him.
not.
Now 2 for 5 from the floor. Pulls up on the
It's
wing.
just me. Maybe just me needing practice.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they could go to.
Here's Russell. Here's Claxton. And Claxton
Not
throws it down.
Well, Claxton could have an apartment up near the rim. These dunk attempts are routine.
And Carroll. A 3 off the mark.
I still miss.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Jacks up a 3. Good, and it's Russell
Come on,
picking up the
dude.
assist. Russell's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Black. They get it back. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Wow.
So that'll be it for the first half. With a fairly even battle underway in this one. Brooklyn ahead, up 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Oh wow, they're 2 mutes. Nice. What's up, guys? Yeah, let me know in the comment section below or chat section down below if you think the game NBA 2K25 is rigged. There's a lot of RNG in the game. Let me know in the chat section down below.
Turning back now to that game we've been
This
watching.
is true.
A positive first half for the Brooklyn Nets.
'Cause
They're
I
off
think it is.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to
Just saying.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You gotta like what Cam Johnson has done in this game.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play
Got
him.
it.
He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at the small forward position. Johnson can't hit.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, it's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round, but it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battles.
Boy, when you talk about rhythm scorer, the first guy or one of the first guys to come to mind is Cam Thomas. Very difficult to slow him down when he gets on a heater.
DB thinking about Cam Thomas. When he gets on a roll, he is tough to stop.
Kevin, he reminds me a little bit of the microwave Vinnie Johnson back in the days of Detroit. This guy is hot. Get out of his way and let him do his thing.
Got
It's
it.
time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's not anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day, because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Russell finds Thomas. Fires the three. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The Magic trail by 3. Here's Queen. Rebound by Williams. Nets have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Thomas, it's an open look. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
A nice shot by
Got it.
They have been relentless from deep, and you see the defense.
He is fire. I mean, not RJ, everyone
Well,
was.
that's the
I
whole
mean, the
point.
rhythm
isn't it?
shooting
If
is
you space the
fire.
floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account
Good.
for everyone.
It's a good
He's
shooting.
an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. There's Russell with the 3. Connects from three-point range. And now a 5-point Nets lead.
Well, this is the go-to shot for D'Angelo Russell. The rise and fire off the dribble.
Ah,
Queen can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Russell sends a screen for Johnson. Pass to Thomas. Screen by Claxton. 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on the roster.
Anthony Melton, he's checked in for the Nets. Johnson, he's checked in for Cameron Thomas. And the Nets with possession here. Melton passes to Johnson. And Claxton throws it down.
I love that Cam Johnson is looking for the best shot available. What a pretty pass.
Here's Black. And no good. The tri-spell continuing for him.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Brendan Watford's checked in for Brooklyn. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Fifth best, Nick Claxton.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Shows it, that's good.
The defense
Got
is
it.
far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And the Nets with possession. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Pass to Melton. Claxton with it. And Claxton throws it down.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
And that one's good, Anthony.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks chips.
Brooklyn leading by 7. In terms of defense, Greg, the Magic have taken some big steps forward.
They really have. It was a focus for them last season, and it has paid off. They were the kind of team nobody wants to face, and it led to their first playoff berth since 2020.
Claxton finds Melton. Another shot, and that's good. Number 2. Melton's got 6 points. Orlando, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. De Silva, no good. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Melton, no good. The Magic trail by 9. Edgar on the wing. A 3-ball. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Johnson. Rejected by Banchero.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Deep 2 from Wagner. And that one's out from the wing. Wagner's got his first points of the game.
Now that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Got it up. And so it's Brooklyn headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game in. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court dish.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, all about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Howard is out there at Paolo Banchero. Then it's Corey Joseph. Then there's Black. And it's Lee Thompson in at the front. Is out there for Orlando.
Okay.
Making a huge difference from
I
deep
like
to
it.
nine.
I like it.
Big-time shot.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Great open look there. And the Nets lead by 9.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Johnson, a wide open look. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Here's Bitadze. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Jonathan Isaac comes in for Banchero. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Black. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. During that break, listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. While the team is up, coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. We do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. To the inside. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
But he just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Nobody near Melton. They grab their on this. Sharp, the pass to Johnson. Misses the wing jab.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
That one
Oh, by
Continue to seek out his teammates and put it on point when they're open.
Here's Wilson. And he drops in the way up off the backcourt. And the Nets lead by 9.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that. Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
And we got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Orlando, they've got just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. They're at 9. And that one's good. Finally.
Is a very capable offensive player. Knock down those deep shots, young sir.
The open shot by Johnson. Orlando grabs the miss.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Melton, no good.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And here's Anthony from the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Pass to Russell, to the middle. Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
I love that dish down low.
And Caro outside. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And Caro's got 5 points in the quarter.
And this is what everyone wants to see. Banchero is attacking without hesitation on the offensive end.
Here's Russell. Count it. Good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Nets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well.
Got it.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for D'Angelo Russell.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
And the Nets making a change here. Williams is checked in, and that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Johnson finds Thomas. And that one is good. And the Nets lead by 10.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote. Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
And so it's Brooklyn
See
with
what I
the win.
mean?
And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K. These teams like to get into the half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore. But it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possession.
So look at our starters for Orlando. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Then Carroll and Carter Jr. make up the front court. And it's Anthony in at the point guard position. Caldwell Pope. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Well, when it comes to Caldwell Pope, you trust his shot selection. He's not one to force up a bad shot.
Bain, pass to Jackson. Here's Wells from behind the arc. The rebound by Carter. Wagner on the wing. Lets the three fly after missing his first attempt. Now 1 for 2.
Look, that's the readiness of Wagner. He's prepared to shoot the moment he catches the ball.
Outside Bain for 3. And a great assist by Moran as that one goes.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Now here's Jackson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
At his height, Jackson Jr. just needs to be assertive to successfully attack inside.
Carter can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. From deep, Bain. The rebound by Carter.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
For 3, Caldwell Pope. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2. Here's Wells. It's rebounded by Wagner. The Magic have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And another miss by Orlando. And here's Moran outside. Memphis the rebound. That one drops for him.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Will it go? And it's Wagner missing. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 8 so far. Here's Wells. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Okay, let's fire up the 2K leaderboard. Last year, you really had to protect the ball against these teams. The Grizzlies 4th, 5th best, the Magic.
Both teams were very aggressive defensively, and that led to a lot of steals and a lot of runouts.
Black, no good. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paulo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you say? You give Moran about an 11 there?
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G slam cam.
Got
De
it.
Silva with the bucket.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside Bain. 1:51 left in the first quarter here. To the paint. Here's Aldama. And a great assist by Moran as that one goes.
They're really working the paint now.
Magic trail by 6. Pass to Queen. The 3. Offensive rebound. From the arc. Matase down low. Working on Clark. Matase can't hit.
Grab that one. However, so far they're getting a little out-hustled on the boards.
Jackson for 3. Perfect night so far. 2 for
Good.
2. Uh-oh, now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Oh, man, I hate this. And we see it all too often. Injury is such a big part of this game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully it's not too serious.
Wagner's checked in for Isaac. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Edie's checked in for Jackson.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Clark outside. Outside Bain. Puts up a three. Second shot opportunity. And the layup by Clark. Clark's gotten his second bucket on the night.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Black. And the three off target. Grizzlies lead by 8. Pass to Edie. Outside for Moran. Here's Aldama. He drops it from range. Aldama's got 5 points.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
Queen. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Morant, no good. Here's Black. Here's Batase. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, secures the ball off the glass. Does a nice job going right back up.
Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. It's the Grizzlies leading by 6. And we'll be back right after this.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And not only that, they're off to a pretty hot start shooting from outside. They seem locked in tonight.
We've got Jaren Jackson. He's out there with Santi Aldama. Edie out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Pippen in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Magic trail by 6. Pass to Joseph. This one for 3. Nails it from 3. Joseph has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
The hallmark of this Orlando team, their defense, which led them to the playoffs last year, Coach.
Well, Brian, they were second in defensive rating. They've got great size. They're young and active. This is a great defensive team. And what's scary for the rest of the East, this team is still on the way up.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And if you want to know which players had the most success from distance last season, here they are. You look at Kennard, never leave him open. Second in the association from deep.
He shot with nearly unmatched confidence from the arc last year, and the numbers and his position on this list clearly reflect that.
Pass to Jackson. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
Fires for 3. Drops in the 3. Joseph has got 6 points.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Pippen, pass to Wells. Fires in the triple. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Yeah, you have to be so worried about Kennard's shot. That opens things up for others.
Houston, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Wells. it out to Jackson with the second effort, and he knocks the jumper down. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, I like the assertive approach from Jackson Jr., not hesitating for a second off the catch.
Well, Grant, still very early. How long do you think it takes these teams to form an identity?
You know, BA, it really depends on what the makeup of the team is. How many returners are there? Do you have lots of new faces? Is it a lot of the same players but a new coach? Those things make a huge difference.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. Some changes for Memphis. Aldama's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Desmond Bain comes in for Kennard. And it's Morant in for Pippen. Left side Morant.
Wow! Yeah, when Morant gets a step to the hoop, he's looking to drop that hammer.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Coach, the ceiling seems very high for Franz Wagner. He's shown improvement year after year.
He has, Brian, and he's already so polished offensively. He's got great footwork, great touch, and at his age, I think it's the patience he plays with that really stands out.
After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024. Right?
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
Pass to Edey. And here's Aldama. Down low. Edey, that's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 12.
Good read by Aldama. His selfless attitude is why his guys enjoy playing.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Wells. 10 points for him.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Memphis leading by 12. Here's Bain. It's rebounded by Wagner.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Lets it go from deep. Queen misses. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. And that'll be their second of 4 total games at home. Here's Joseph. He buries it from 3. Joseph has got 9 points now in the quarter.
It took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
Wells misses. To the wing on the left. Here's Queen. No good with the triple. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Grizzlies leading by 9. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the live stream.
One big reason they're up, they're controlling the glass, both boxing out and crashing in. Yeah, you could tell rebounding with a...
Now let's take a moment and see. Thanks for tuning in.
If you're new, don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also follow my social media, Gamer Ryan 3587 on Facebook, YouTube, and apps. Thank you.
Boy, how about Jaren Jackson? An impressive effort here today.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Now for an update on Jonathan Isaac's injury, let's go to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from the Magic's technical trainer. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation. I'm hoping that he's okay. He won't return tonight or anytime soon. This injury will knock him out for an extended period of time. BA?
Already good
off.
stuff there. Always on top of it. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Even with the advancements in strength training, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Here's who Jamal Mosley is starting the second half with. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner, and it's Anthony in at the point. And stolen by Anthony. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And stolen by Clark. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Moran against Caldwell Pope. Right side Moran. Pass to Jackson. Good. And the setup by Moran. Moran's got his 4th assist with that last one.
Showing some muscle on that finish. Jackson Jr. doesn't get thrown off balance easily.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And one thing that Moran has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of, so once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. The Magic, 4th.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Pass to De Silva to win the run. It's the trifecta.
Got it.
De Silva's got 6. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Jackson outside. Back to Moran. Good on the bucket. He has 6.
Well, that's Moran, always applying the pressure.
Here's De Silva. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Pass to Wells. 3-pointer. Kept alive. Clark, no good. Magic trail by 16. Here's Houston. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Bane. From deep. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got 4 rebounds now. Takes a 3. De Silva, no good. Memphis leading by 16. From deep, Moran. And the 3-pointer goes.
Well, when the 3 is falling for Moran, it's a bad sign for the defense.
De Silva with the bucket.
Got it.
De Silva's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Jackson. 13 points in the game. Goes back up. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, Jackson Jr. can go over either shoulder. He can face up. He's a tough cover in there.
Rim protection and shooting so important. Jaren Jackson Jr. has both of those skills, Stan.
Yeah, and look, Brian, it's rare to find guys who can do both of those things. Shot blocker at the rim and stretch the defense at the other end. Guys like that are hard to come to.
He's been a defensive player of the year. Maybe we'll see him in the 3-point contest. And the basket by Bane.
What a difference a half can make. As much as he struggled in the first 2 quarters, he certainly made up for it with his play in the second half.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Here's Black. 1 minute 31 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Here's De Silva. Off target from outside.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Moran. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. The 3 is up. Memphis with a rebound. On the wing, Bane. He's got 12. Ooh, a nice open look right there. Bane's got 11 in the second half.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Pass to Morant. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Black. Any hope of coming back to win this game looks near impossible.
I know. The way things have gone so far,
Got
it's
it.
hard to imagine.
Well, he shoots a solid clip from deep. Caldwell Pope took advantage.
Morant with it. Caldwell Pope covering. Inside. Here's Bane. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Wow. Pretty much an unbelievable slam there, B.A.
You got that right. The shot by Howard, no good. Grizzlies lead by 21. Outside Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Best dunking point guard in the game. Ja Morant.
Black. No good on the triple. Bane from deep three-point land. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Desmond Bane getting it done for the grip. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Well, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Edie out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Desmond Bane, and it's Wells in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from Bane. He's become a premier scorer in this league.
Here's Pippen. Stan, you've always been known as the style police. We're used to seeing the home team in white. But you look around the league now, there's a lot more variety.
Yeah, and that's before you even get to the neon shoes some of these guys are wearing. The NBA palette, Brian, has gotten a lot more adventurous.
Yeah, that play shows Banchero's strength and his determination.
Cole Anthony, he's checked in for Orlando. And the only question for the Magic, figuring out who will initiate the offense stand.
Yeah, Brian, they have great players who can finish plays. But the issue they ran into last playoffs was finding someone to set them up. That's something you know they need to address. Pretty sure Aldama could bring down the standard if he wanted to.
The Magic have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Shots good by Black.
Got it.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Here's Pippen. Here's Aldama. It's hauled in by Black. On the wing, Anthony. Guarded by Bane. They get it again. Here's Batase. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Memphis leading by 19. Here's Aldama. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And one thing you can say about the Memphis Grizzlies, they are disruptive defensively, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, they've been in the top 5 in the league in steals, blocks, turnovers forced over the last few years. And let's face it, they're aggressive offensively as well. This team attacks at both ends of the court.
Now here's Clark. Pass to Aldama. Back to Morant. And the layup falls. Morant's got 11 in the second half.
Yeah, so tough to knock Morant off balance, and he's so talented at keeping his focus on the basket.
Orlando making a switch here. Magic trail by 21. To the inside, Wagner. And the shot's good.
Yeah, Wagner doesn't fear contact. He'll take it right into the defense down there.
Anthony against Moran. Outside Bain. Pass to Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Here's Anthony. Here's Wagner. Fires the three. Memphis with a rebound. Clark's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now here's Bain. Here's the three. Orlando with a rebound. Carter's got 4 rebounds in the game. Left side, Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Bain. Moran against Anthony. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
This is Moran at his very best. His teammates need to just continue getting him the ball and letting him do his thing.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Magic trail by 21.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Grizzlies.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Ja Morant.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
1:10 left in the fourth. Jackson surveying the D. There's the three. Knocks down the long J. And the Grizzlies lead by 21.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And let's face it, they won't get back in the game with fouls like that.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Stevens is checked in. To the middle. Goes up from the block. Here's Kennard. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And here's Memphis. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. 27 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. And he makes a first.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the second. Edey, that's good.
I mean, he's ignoring the scoreboard. He just keeps coming at him.
Well, you have to play like it's a tight game. You cannot let up in this league.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
At the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Orlando with the ball. Here's Houston. Off the mark there with a three. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And now, time for our player of the game, Ja Morant.
anyways, yeah, that's gonna end this live stream. Yeah, I'll be back later. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the 15 views due to the broadcast live stream shorts. Don't forget to comment, like, thumbs up, subscribe. Also follow my social media, GamerRyan3587, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Thank you. Peace.